You got a US visa? Have you booked your flight? Think how long can you stay? Yes, you're watching Times XP. My name is Rityatri and stop right here. Listen to me. Because the American Embassy in India has issued a clear, strict warning, and many travelers they still get this wrong. This is not a rumor. This is not social media panic. This is official US advice, and it could decide whether your trip ends smoothly or at the airport. So here's the biggest myth that Indian travelers believe, that my visa is valid for 10 years so you can stay long. That is very wrong. Completely wrong actually. So the US Embassy, it has made crystal clear, your visa expiration date, it does not decide how long you can stay in America. Not the stamp, not the sticker, not the number of years. So who decides? Just one person. The Customs and Border Protection Officer, the CBP officer standing at the US airport. When you land in the United States, that officer has the final word. They decide how long you can stay, they decide whether you can enter at all, they decide under what conditions. Your visa only allows you to ask for entry, it does not guarantee it. So, where is the real date hidden? On a document that many travelers ignore, Form I-94. This is your arrival and departure record, and on it there is one line that matters the most. Admit until date. Now that date and only that date is your legal last day in the US. Overstay it, even by one day, you could be in serious trouble. Future visa rejections, detentions, even deportation. But you know how to check your I-94? Let me help you with that. So the US government allows you to check it online. You enter your travel details and you can see how long you're allowed to stay, your current compliance status, your full travel record. This is something every traveler must do after landing. Now here is the uncomfortable part. Even if your ticket is booked, you can still be stopped, you can still be questioned, searched, or even denied entry. US custom officer have broad powers here. They can check your bags, they can search your phone, your laptop, ask for your job, money, plans, decide if they believe your purpose of travel is. All of this at the airport itself. And yes, this has already happened to the travelers who had perfect paperwork, and that's why anxiety among flyers is rising. Another question, what if somebody is detained? So the US government says that a consular officer is supposed to contact. But here's the reality. Information shared with families can be limited due to the United States privacy law. Families often become the key source just to explain travel purposes, background, itinerary, personal history. In fact, in rare cases, if somebody is found to be wrongfully detained, multiple US government officers they step in to work on their release. But this process is quite slow. It is stressful also, uncertain. In the end, let me tell you the solution here. What should Indian travelers do here? Here's the checklist. Do not assume visa validity that is equal to your length of stay. Always check your I-94, admit until date. Carry proof of return ticket and accommodation as well. Be very honest, be very clear, be very calm at immigration. Know that entry is a privilege and not a right. The message from the US Embassy is blunt. A visa opens the door, but the officer controls the lock here. And in today's climate, rules are being enforced much stricter than ever before. So if you are traveling to the US or planning to, know the rule, check the date, and don't overstay your welcome.